Okay. This one, and might take more than one video here. This is about being faithful. And faithful means faith. Having faith in someone. Someone having faith in you. Okay? Meaning you don't go out and cheat. You don't go out and flirt. There's a lot of degrees of cheating. You go out to a bar and you're dancing with the woman, or you're dancing with another guy. As far as I'm concerned, that's cheating, just because you're not having sex. If you are with somebody, there's no reason for you to be out there dancing with other people. Okay? To me, that's just not right. Being faithful means that when you see women out on the street, you're not talking about banging them. I don't care if you're with the guys, okay? That aggravates me. I'm with the guy that's married, and I know his wife, and, we pass by a woman that's, this hot chick walking down the street, and he's like, oh, wow, man, check that shit out, I mean, to me, that's wrong. You don't do that, okay? That's not being faithful. You might as well just get out and ask her for her phone number and go bang her that night in the hotel. If I go to a bar with friends and, I'm playing pool and some woman comes up and tries to talk to me, I'll be polite, I'll be semi-sociable, but I won't egg on a conversation and I won't be rude. But the majority, I won't talk to them unless my woman is there, because it's not right. You shouldn't talk to other women on a social basis if you're with somebody, unless they're somebody you obviously know. I mean, if I know their husband, or I know their boyfriend or whatever, and they're a friend, then that's a different story. If I'm talking normal, everyday strangers that come up that you see in a bar, but somebody you're playing pool with, then obviously you have to talk to them because you're playing pool. But you carry on light social conversation. But you don't start talking about your relationship and exchanging phone numbers and getting flirty and shit like that. That's wrong. Pardon my French, but people being unfaithful really pisses me off. Because not only does it give guys a bad name, it gives women a bad name too. And it makes it hard for guys like me who try to find decent women, or for women to find decent guys, because, they get so hurt and burned, I mean, when you are in love with somebody, and I don't mean just love. I love my ex-wife, but I'm not in love with her. I love her because we spent a good portion of my life together. She's the mother of my son, and she is a human being that meant a lot to me in my life at one time. I love her as a person, as a friend, but I'm not in love with her. When you are in love with someone, there should be no reason whatsoever for you to be looking at someone else in lust. None whatsoever. And anybody that does that it's wrong. It's just flat out wrong. I know you have to be social at work with coworkers and stuff like that, but even then, you limit the conversations to work. You don't talk about your relationship with people. Those are things that come in time and grow as friendship grows. You don't lead people on to think that you're interested in them. You don't talk about things that make people think that you are interested in them. That's flirting. Flirting leads to cheating. Cheating leads to unfaithfulness, obviously. Being faithful means that there is absolutely no reason whatsoever why you would want any other person except the one that you are with. Now, some of the things that cause that, and I'm just going to hit the nail on the head right off the bat, is being overweight. Okay? Now, men and women both have this problem. You know? Let's face the facts, okay? And let's be honest, alright? When you're laying in the bed with somebody and you are trying to hold them, it is uncomfortable to have to stretch your body across theirs to put your arm around them. Okay? Now people will say, well, if you love someone, it shouldn't matter what they look like. Well, let's come back to reality, okay? Because if that was the case, they wouldn't be out cheating on you. Okay? Maybe you had a nice looking body before you had the kids, but after you had the kids, you decided you didn't want to do anything to get your shape back, and you let yourself go out, and you got overweight, you became fat, and now your husband or your wife, or now your husband, rather, can't be a wife, but now your husband is not attracted to you anymore. That's part of commitment. That's letting your commitment go. You know, when you were committed to your relationship, you were committed to being the person that you were when you first met. That includes the way you look. Yes, we are going to age, but we don't have to let ourselves get fat just because we had kids. And it annoys me when women say that, well, I can't help it, I had 3 kids. I know several women who have met lots of women who have 5 or 6 kids, and they are flat out knockouts. They look good because they still take care of it. Well, I don't have the money. It doesn't take money. Okay? And it takes time for you to sit down when the kids are taking their naps and do some exercises. Or do exercises in the morning before the kids up. I know what it's like raising kids. I have them. And there has been plenty of times when my ex-wife was able to do exercises or stuff to, she had plenty of time to go shopping. She had plenty of time to go do exercises, to take care of herself. Now, she didn't get fat, but she let herself go, but that wasn't why we split up. I mean, to me, she was still a beautiful woman whenever we split up. But that's other stories. I'll go into that some other time. That's something else that destroys a marriage or a relationship. But if you want to be appealing to the person that you are with, you have to be the same person that attracted them. Because that is the one thing that starts it all. It starts it all, is attraction. What you look like when they first meet you. Now, a lot of times, they're attracted to you, but after a while they don't really like your personality, So your personality isn't what they were looking for. It's different than what they expected, and in that case, you don't sit there and try to force a relationship. You cut your losses and you go try to find somebody else that does like your personality. But if you want someone to stay with you, don't let yourself get overweight. Don't let yourself go. Don't let yourself start feeling, don't start feeling sorry for yourself because you're overweight. Okay? I didn't think this was going to take longer than that, but it will. Being faithful is also not giving the other person a reason to cheat on you. You have to make sure that other person is happy with being with you. I'm trying to check the time here, so sorry if I'm looking weird in the camera. And I'm going to switch over to the next video, and I'll be right back.